Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is Unreal World. And we are back with our spirit quest. This is Athena here. You can see her in our little cabin. We got the fire going just for the effect, the ambiance, but she is fully rested right now. I've been doing a lot of work off camera. I think the last time we were together, we were at about 8 or 9 weeks before winter season. Well, now we're down to day 2 of the 5th week. So, like I said, I've been doing a heck of a lot of work around the campsite. I haven't done any hunting. As you can see, my normal smoking spot right here where she's standing is totally empty. So we've got no meat being preserved, which means I can leave the camp, which is going to be important for today's episode because we're heading out. We're going to leave, and first things first, we need to come to the blacksmith. We've got an order for a broad knife that was placed 24 days ago, so it's well past due, but that's okay. The blacksmith is a good friend, and he'll hold our items indefinitely. But the good news is we've also got just a ton of stuff to trade if we step outside. We did a raid recently and took out a hostile tribe, which was right here. I've left the enemy. You can't see the purple circle because, like I said, we eliminated them, but I left the X up there. And of course, there's still an abandoned settlement at that location, which is essentially our property. I mean, we could go and move in there if we wanted, or I could, as I've mentioned, dismantle, the cabins and stuff, and take the tents and the furs. But we don't need it because we are fairly rich right now. We got some good furs for trading, and in addition, we've got all the tools and stuff we picked up, and some weapons. The scimitar, we've got a broadsword. Those are really good for trading. Of course, 3 round shields, all this stuff is great. So I'm going to be grabbing a few of these things. I'm going to go through that in a minute. But first thing I want to do is show you all the work I've done. So you can see if we start down here to the south, it is evening, so it's a little bit dark out. But her sleep schedule's way off just because, like I said, we've been hanging around and it hasn't been an issue. But the fence is done. So if we zoom in a bit, you can see from the water line right here all the way around. And we'll walk past all the traps just to check them and stuff. But they're all set up in line with the fence. As you can see, I had to bend the fence here and there to make them all line up, but that's okay. Effectively, it's all working. I mean, it's not perfect. And during the winter, when the ice freezes over here on the lake, animals will be able to go around, but it's still quite possible that they'll hit a trap too. So you can see we've got a variety of different traps, some big heavy traps. I got bear traps. We've also got the pit traps like here. And if we continue along, and I've cleared a lot of the trees, but not all of them. I left a few here and there just to have some look, nice little. I don't want just a perfectly clear field unless I plan on building in that region. But we've got traps here coming around the northern corner of the fence. You can see I had to bend it a little bit up to get to this one and then down to reach the line over here. There's another pit trap. This is one we caught something in before. We caught an elk, I believe, that went bad. I just got the skin off of it, but ultimately I ended it over here. We did have a third bear trap on the other side of this fence. It was about right here. That's the one we actually caught the bear in too, but I decided to get rid of it and just shorten up the fence basically because I was tired of building fences at this point. Oh, you don't know how many times I had to go out into the woods and get different cordage and stuff, but ultimately I think it's worth it. The more effort you put into a place like this, the more of an attachment you get with it. And speaking of work, I've also, like I said, cleared a lot of the trees up here. There's still a good patch to the south though. Still pretty thick down there, but I've tried to accumulate most of it in this general vicinity because what I think I want to do is build a second cabin, a larger cabin, basically to store all our wealth and stuff. I don't like having it all just sitting out, in front of our cabin right now, because what I'll do with this is probably dismantle the oven and turn it into a sauna stove. So we'll have a nice little sauna stove, and of course we'll have our own oven inside our new cabin, but that's going to be well into the future. Maybe during the winter when we're waiting for the ice to freeze over before a trade trip or something, we'll do that. But one thing I am going to do when we go out today in a very, very short amount of time is I'm going to hire a couple of people to come back with us, help us cut up some of these logs. Alrighty, well, we've got all the dogs. Actually, not all of them, but I'll get to that in a second. I've got most of the dogs here with me, and they're loaded up. We've got, I think one of them is not carrying anything, which sometimes is good to have like a one dog for extras. But I've got all my furs loaded up on the dogs and a little bit of food too. Now, in addition, of course, she's carrying a whole bunch of weapons, and like I showed you, all the different stuff we've got and some extra food down here. So we're pretty well loaded up. We're carrying quite a bit of wealth. Now, as I mentioned, I didn't get all the dogs. We've just got, I think we've got 5 now total. Yeah, 5 ropes leash, but I'm leaving the 6th one behind right there. So this little guy, Reaper, staying behind. And that's just in case like the absolute worst case scenario happens and we get robbed, let's say, and all the dogs get killed or, we lose them. We come home, if as long as we make it out alive, we'll have one to help us get back on our feet, essentially. So just trying to think ahead. But one last thing before we head out, let's do a little, there we go, nice little sacrifice. So it's time to zoom out and leave our cabin, the wonderful fenced-in location we've got protected from the wilderness. Took a lot of time to get that thing built, and let me tell you, this is the first I've left the cabin in about several in-game months, no doubt about it. But like I said, our first location is going to be stopping off here to pick up a weapon. Maybe we'll hire one guy to come with us too. Since we are carrying a lot of wealth, it's good to have extra companions, especially humans that you can really order around and tell them where to attack. All right. Well, it looks like the very first guy that I came to in the village and talked to is a quest giver. He's got, he's saying he wishes he had faster legs, which I think that means he's got some chores for us. So let's ask him why he says so. Busy times. It's been too much of a hopping around, keeping up with all the chores. There we go. Let's help him. Thinking of it, I might have a task for you. Do you think you could deliver a message? Okay, we've done this before. This is good. We're prepared for this. We were going to go to a few villages anyway, so yeah, who shall we deliver it to? Quivula peasant. He lives in a village about west of here, about 4 miles away. Okay, we should be able to find. I think I know exactly which one this is. Yeah, we can do that. What is the message? Now listen carefully, he says. Go tell Kehoe that the wind is raising. Then get his reply back to me as soon as possible. All right, we shall do that. The wind is something or other. I don't know. It's not important. It's a bunch of gobbledygook anyway, right? But first things first, let's just chat them up again. I'm always asking about animals. Okay, some folks have said that the inventory can rotate or reset occasionally, so if they were willing to sell a dog, that'd be great. But no such luck, so... All right, now, let's see. Got to find the blacksmith. We're not quite done with the goings on. Also, let me start inspecting some of these guys. All right, he's got a hand axe, so let's ask him if he wants to join us for a kind of a longish mission. There we go. He says he's fine with it. He wants some more food, though. How about 6 of the wild boar cuts? That's some good pork belly right there, buddy. All right, well, I've located the blacksmith and initiated a trade. You can see we've sealed the deal for a masterwork broad knife in exchange for a commo knife, which I've got a couple of these because of our raid, and just a few bear cuts, so it's a pretty good deal. Yes, sir. I think maybe our affiliation and affection for this particular village is paying off. I don't know if that's the case, but we've been here a lot, and they do like us. We've done several quests, but anyway, let's go ahead and greet him. Bada boom. Okay, so we want to order something else. I'm good on spears. I think I've ordered like 3 knives in a row. Let's go for something different. God, what kind of swords? I've already got really great knives, and she's not good with swords. So I think, okay, we'll just go for a masterwork shield this time around. Let's check her shield skill after this. I don't think it's great, but it's still good to have one, especially if we do some more raiding. All right, it's a deal, buddy. Goodbye. Yeah, let's see here. Shifts. Shield is, oh, she's terrible at it. That's okay. Okay, well, we are here at the village. I suspect this is the one we're supposed to be delivering the message to. And we can actually confirm that very easily by just speaking to one person, the very first person we talk to. They should tell us, I'm looking for somebody called Kehoe. Yeah, they'll have an option like this to give us directions on where the person is. So that means we know we're at the right place, and he's right over there, it says. All right, it's probably one of those guys to the south. Let me figure it out. Oh, no, that's our companion. Let's see, is it this guy? Greet. Oh, yeah, this is him. I'm looking for you, buddy. All right, let's see. I have a message. He asked me to tell you something about the wind. I said to reply back to him. Tell him the crow will come. All right. So that's cool. Now I actually want to just see. Nope, no animals. Darn it. All right. Well, we are still here at the village where I just picked up the message. I haven't returned with it yet, but I decided to look around and see if there's anything I wanted to trade, and I found quite a few good things. So, not everything we need, obviously, but let me show you what I got. First of all, we are trading away a short bow, the 3 round shields, since we won't need them now, hunting bow, a spear, and 10 wild boar cuts to seal the deal. So we got rid of quite a bit of weight she's carrying, but in exchange, that's a deal, buddy. Good job. All right, let's see here. We've got ourselves. What did I get? There's a net, so it's an inferior net, but where's it at? It's down here. There it is, inferior net, because we're going to do some more fishing in the near future. And I also got a couple of badger and beaver furs. So my idea here is that the more furs we can get our hands on, the better it is if we come across like a couple of foreign traders. That way we can hopefully get some really good armor off them. It's random what they'll have, and we've encountered one foreign trader, I think, so far and got nothing, but it's good to be prepared, and I have a feeling these will be fairly valuable. Now, in addition, I picked up 2 wooden tubs and a beautiful pot. The pot we're going to use for cooking, and I already have one, but it's good to have a couple because we're going to be doing multiple recipes at the same time, essentially. Plus, I just couldn't pass it up since it is beautiful. But the 2 wooden tubs are good. If we have a sauna, we'll want a wooden tub full of water. Plus, I can use it to milk cows and stuff, and it'll hold a lot of milk. So it's good to have a couple of those now. But overall, it's a good trade. I don't think, I didn't pick up anything here. As you can see, I've still got the Nerpez scimitar, some knives, the broadsword, so we've still got some really valuable stuff, but I think it's on to the next village. Whoa, check this out. So remember I told you if you come to a village and there's like a quest there, they'll tell you right away. Well, I came to a new village to trade potentially, and when I got here it said, is there a man named Ati? So I found him. Here he is, and guess what? This is the guy who was stealing birds. Some time ago, we had a quest to catch this guy, and we did, but we weren't directly involved with the confrontation. We just enabled the spirit quest or whatever to, help facilitate the capture, whatever. But now we've actually confronted him. This is interesting. I'm looking for somebody called Adi. It must be you. Apparently the word has spread. Well, I have confessed it already, and I can confess it again, but what's it to you anyway? Well, I'm just wondering. It was actually I who revealed you. You made me burn. Get away from my sight. Served you right, thief. Go. Ah, well, there you go. So, wow. There's at least one villager now who hates us. I don't know how we're going to do for trading in this particular spot, but they might not have much. Oh, they got a beaver fur. I do kind of want that. Let me look around. I might be able to find something. Oh boy, so this village actually had quite a bit, especially if we take a look at all the furs here. So I've put a bunch of stuff up, including this, which I really want. So this is going to be a good piece of armor for her. It's quite weighty, but in a battle, that's acceptable. And I put everything that we have, including a whole bunch of meat, not all the meat, but quite a bit of stuff, including the scimitar, the broadsword, some bunch of knives. And this is only half of what he wants for all this. So, oh, I also put a fishing pole fishing rod on here just because we don't have one yet, and some rye grains just to stock up. But I think I'm gonna drop some of these things, maybe a few of the furs. But like I said, I really want this, so let me see if we can. I didn't think I'd find anything that would be worth that much, but this is a pretty valuable piece, I think. Wow. Oh my God. I had to give this guy so much for that piece of armor. I dropped all the fur, the fishing rod, everything else but the armor. And I'm still giving him all the tools and weapons we brought, plus all my arrows, which is okay because I got more back at the cabin. But plus, I still have some on me. Almost all the food we brought too. Like I had to pull some food off the dog. I've still got a couple hundred I can hire the people I want, but we're pretty much done with our trading at this point, thanks to that piece of armor. Now, the question is, yeah, we can wear it, obviously, but should we just keep it on us at all times? Be like Goku, constantly travel with the extra weight. So if we ever take it off, we're like super fast and agile. Honestly, she's already pretty agile and stuff. Let's go to this one. Yeah, you can see dexterity, agility, off the charts for this girl, Athena. But she's just got even more deadly now with that extra protection, I think. And we still got one companion. All right, so that, like I say, that cleared out most of our inventory. I've got my food and my furs, but yeah, the furs I'm going to save for any foreign traders we come across. So let's go deliver that message and look for a foreign trader or two. Okay, let's just see what we get here for a reward real quick. Claim 7 squirrel hides. I mean, that's good. I would prefer, honestly, like a new ritual or something, but what are you going to do, right? Oh boy, check it out. So I just left another village. We got an extra companion or two, so I think we have 3 total. I haven't found a foreign trader, but I did just find an elk. And you know what? Oh, let's encounter it. Where'd it go? Damn it. Don't tell me I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so boom, we've got it. These guys are usually pretty good hunters. So, oh, she's walking on water again. Damn it. Let's move her. There we go. Okay, so if I get my companions to attack it, I bet you it will go down pretty quickly. Now, sometimes they mangle it, so we won't get a great skin, but sometimes they do okay. But no joke, I've literally seen one companion in a previous series, my Stranded Island series. I've seen him melee somebody, or an elk, and kill it in one hit. So some of these guys are just extremely overpowered. But let's pull out a little bit, and I'm going to move around this water so she doesn't step in it. They will start the hunt. You can see one of them's got a ranged. We got an old man with us, too. He's probably got nothing but his bare fists. He's got some meat on him. But yeah, that's it. He's going after it barehanded. Let's let him. We're not in much shape to be shooting right now, so I'm just going to hold off. I'll have a lot of arrows anyways. Oh, look. See, it's already caught up to him in melee. Let's look at it here. There we go. It's serious. Somebody's already got it in the abdomen. All right, we're just going to move in. I'm trying to stay out of the way of the arrows because your companion's friendly fire is a thing. So your companion could kill you if you get in the way of their arrows. But looks like the dang thing is heading off towards the woods. You can always tell when there's a tree line coming because of the elevation change. See the line of elevation coming in? Yep, and there's the tree line. So it's possible that the animals are dumb. They don't always go straight for the trees. Yeah, I could just skirt the trees and run parallel with the tree line, making it. Oh, okay. They've stopped the hunt. Does that mean we killed it, or did he? Oh, yep, there it is. Oh, we've done it. It's dead. I believe it's dead. Yep, harmed. You see it says harmed bull elk. So that's actually good. It's not mangled or anything like that because mangled is really bad. But so what I'm going to do is tie up the dogs and we're going to butcher this baby up, take it home. I think it's cold enough that we can dry it too. I don't have to worry about smoking it. So that will be a nice relief. But we've still got plenty of time with the camp companions too. So even if this takes half a day to get this all sorted out, they'll be back with us, helping us move those logs and stuff like what I planned for. Oh boy, okay. So I've butchered it, skinned it, and I've distributed the meat amongst my dogs and my companions too. I even had to have them help me carry some of this. It was a bull elk. It wasn't big, but it still had close to 200 pounds of meat on it. So, including the skin and the bones and the antlers, it's quite a haul. But we're pretty close to home, just down there. And like I said, it's pretty chilly out. So, even if we can't dry, yet. I'm still confident that this won't go bad in the short amount of time, but I luckily didn't have to leave anything behind. Someone too recently suggested if that happens, like I had to waste like 25 pounds of meat in a previous episode, if that happens again, I can always drop like some non-essential stuff, like some tools or weapons, and come back for those as opposed to losing the meat, which is a good idea. I didn't consider that, but that's a smart thought. Now, nonetheless, we are here. So, first things first, I'm going to head over to our cellar and kind of go through the tedious process of unloading and dropping all this meat we've got. Oh, while I was sorting out my inventory here at the cabin, I remembered I picked up some blunt arrows too at one of the villages. I'm just going to drop those off in the cabin, but I got those specifically if we catch any like dangerous animals in our traps, like bears or wolves or even pigs. Some pigs can really gore you, but we can hit them from a distance with those arrows, and hopefully we won't damage the skin at all. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that because I had talked about it in previous episode. All right, well, this is pretty cool actually. I can get these guys to help me push these logs. Now, I've been having them while oh, he's starting to talk to me. 2 more days. Got it, bud. Yeah, 2 days. We got plenty of time with these guys, but I've been using them to help me cut logs or tree trunks into logs while I prepare that elk. The meat is all done. Unfortunately, I couldn't dry it. It's still too warm. You can see we're still in the red here on our thermostat. So that's unfortunate, but it's smoking in the cabin. It'll probably be the last big kill we have to smoke, though, because I plan on spending a few days here just getting this cabin started, I think. I mean, it's not a priority, so I'm going to take my time with it and probably go for a nice size one. Nothing insane, but you can kind of get a feel for the outline of it right here because I'm not going to cross any of these elevation boundaries. So where she stands right here will probably be the northeastern corner, and then the wall will come down here, and I'll probably bring it over all the way to this one, and then the western wall will be this side. So you can kind of get a feel for it just based on the elevation here. So in other words, I'm not going to cross these little lines. That's what that is, indication of the hills sloping downward. But anyway, I've got the start of some logs going. We got I probably have enough. There's 27 logs here with some more tree trunks. There's a whole bunch of piles over there. Plus, if we zoom out and look around the camp, there's still a bunch. Yeah, this pile right here. Oh, there's a lot. There's 27 tree trunks plus another 7 plus 21 logs. So I think this is the stack we need to be pushing. And luckily, they will help me with this. We don't need the branches. I'll leave those for firewood. But you can see it takes a while to push, almost a full hour, even with their help here. But, that's why we hired them. So I'm going to take the time and just do it. Uh-oh. Well, apparently we've got a little thief around here. I've noticed him too. It's one of those ermines lurking around. But I did set up a couple of the loop snares here just next to the water line. As you can see, I just picked up cuckoo. I think that's some sort of duck. I'm not sure, but I'm going to reset the loop snare. And it was partially eaten. So let's see if we can, I don't know, butcher this thing up. Drop it here real quick. Sometimes it was 4 pounds. That's a big bird. All right, we did get a skin off of it. What quality? It's a harsh skin. Yeah, so that's unfortunate, but it's not a big deal. Oh, poor guy's hungry. All right, I think that's the old man. Let's chat with him, give him some food. I think I took all his food when I was moving around. Like I told you, I had to have him carry a bunch of stuff, so I think I took his actual food. Let's give him a few more things. There you go, buddy. I also gave him an axe, too, so I think that can count towards his payment, ultimately, when we're done with him. But Let's see, did I butcher the animal or what's going on? Yeah, we got 4 cuts. Well, it's not much, but I'll probably just go ahead and use it for sacrifices. Let's try one right now, in fact. There we go. We feel comfortable. Very nice. And time to take care of the skin, but I'm hoping we catch that ermine too. We do have a couple of traps set that I think could probably snag it, including these loop snares, but who knows? Well, it is time for us to say goodbye to our companions. Nice to buy now. Take care of yourself. So he's okay. Yeah, he's the one I gave the axe to, so I'm not surprised. He didn't even ask for any more payment. Plus, I gave him a bunch of food. So let's see. What I have now is just a few more things. All right. And okay, so these two guys still want something from me, which is totally fine. I'm going to pay them off. Sometimes I don't, depending on the circumstance. Usually, if it's soldiers and a battle is over, I won't pay them. I know it sounds bad, but just because it's too tedious when you got like 30 guys to try and pay each one of them off. But these two I will, because I'll return to this village again and again, more likely, and probably hire him again. So let's go ahead and just deliver some food. I'll probably need to pick some up from the cellar. Okay, just a few more things. Give him the smoked pike. You can have the raw cuts. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I gotta go over to the cellar. Okay, they've both been paid off with quite a bit of meat. Yeah, you can see he's got over 60 cuts on him. This guy's got 80 cuts on him, but they did a heck of a lot of work for me, no doubt about it. Now, I might have underestimated the amount of logs I need. Let me drop off this meat. I don't need to carry that. Also, I got a bunch of branches on me. We're going to make sure our fire is constantly lit, basically, while we're here at home. And let's keep that going, because we do have that elk kill. How long's that got on it? 12 to 13 days, not bad. So these guys are no longer capable of being ordered around, but like I said, boom, look at this. Every log in the place has been trimmed and is ready for construction. I've got all the branches, some slender trunks and boards here. That's for the floors, essentially the floor and ceiling, but I also had them right on the last couple of days. I came down here because I knew I had a big stack of logs, and I had them just chop them all up into boards. So I've got 12 perfect boards, 77 fine boards, 86 regular, and 25 inferior ones. Oh man, so yeah, we've got quite a bit of resources. That'll probably be enough for the ceiling and floors. But I'll need some slender trunks, which you can see I've got plenty of. So I think we're good to go. Like I said, I might need more logs, because this pile here, this is the last little bit that I didn't have enough time with my companions for. I've still got to push these 55 logs. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if 55 is really going to be enough to finish off all those wall pieces. And let me tell you, it's a pain in the butt. It's doable, but to have to like chop logs from the other side of the fence and push them over the fence, it's annoying. It adds several extra button commands, you know. Now, one thing we could do, as we talked about it, is use a raft to load up some logs from the other side and just float them over here, which might be what I have to do if I do want to complete this place. And heck, I've already gone to all this trouble here, so might as well. Okay, now, as you can see, I've got most of the wall sections laid out. I think I was a little too ambitious, so I've kind of scaled back, my plans. It was either that or just go cut down a bunch more trees, like I said, and try and move them. But that is such a pain in the butt, and I've already dealt with so many trees at this point. I'm done with it. We're just going to go with what we've got. She's about ready to drop, so let's have her rest a little bit. Good news is it is starting to get cold, so I think we'll be able to get out there and do some serious hunting, drying our meat so we don't have to worry about coming back here constantly. And that's going to be good, because I want to really start to stockpile more and more furs and trading stuff. Maybe, if we're lucky, we could even uncover another Nurpezit village, one of the ones that they expand outward. if we explore a bit more, we might very well, and then we could rate it and get even more gear. But don't forget too that even though I took most of the tools and stuff, I've still got all these pieces of clothing here that I never bothered to touch or anything. You know what I'm actually waiting on were some bones, and we do have some now finally thanks to that elk kill. But now I can make some needles and start to repair some of these linen and wool undergarments and stuff. So that'll be very helpful for our trading purposes too. But I think that's going to do it for today's episode. We've made quite a bit of progress. I hope you'll tune in for the next one. We're going to continue with our cabin building and our trading plans. So hit the like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.